Sleep is such a huge part of the postpartum experience and pregnancy too, certainly, but postpartum for sure. We can almost guarantee that you're going to experience sleep deprivation at some point, and
Yes.
that has a direct impact on your mental health. So I've seen it where moms have been incredibly anxious. Had I diagnosed them in that moment, they would have met the criteria for postpartum anxiety or postpartum depression.
Sure.
They get a week of sleep that's not broken up because they enlist
Yes.
family members to help,
Yes.
and they're
Yes.
a different person. That's not
Wow.
always the case, but
Hmm.
that's one of the first things I start with when she's
That's so
experiencing
good.
symptoms. How much sleep are you getting? Do you have anybody to help you with the night feeds? Because that's a huge game changer.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you start with that because one of the most important things I ask my clients virtually every session is tell me about how you're doing with sleep. Because, like you said, it affects everything else. It can mimic depression, it can
Mm-hmm.
certainly increase anxiety. It causes confusion when you're not getting enough sleep. There's so many things. Emma, tell us a little bit about support. How are our churches doing with supporting postpartum moms?
Yeah, I would love to see our churches support new moms more than they do, and certainly it depends on your local church and what they're doing. But I
Hmm.
think as a big C church, right? Um, Really one recognizing that it's a sacred time for her and an early time for her, and accommodating. So small, what feels small but huge things, having a space where she can nurse and still listen to the sermon is a really big one.
Oh, so
If
good.
if she's not comfortable leaving the baby in the nursery yet, accommodating and making space, making it normal sometimes that there's crying babies in the service, I think is a huge one. I mean, I don't know who came up with that rule that you're not allowed if the baby cries, but we all feel it. I feel it. You're like, oh, I don't
Right,
want to disturb, right?
right.
But this baby needs to be in there just like everybody else and hear
Hmm.
the gospel, and if it's
Hmm.
better for mom and baby to be together, her always sitting out of the service and not being able to hear the service and just going to church for the sake of going to church doesn't feel like a great option either.
No.
And community, like especially for the believer, she's finding her community at church. That's where she gets to have the conversations of how are you really doing and what's going on, right? And can I bring you a meal, or can I take your older kids to the park this afternoon so you can rest with the baby? That's really what she needs is the support and the communication and the community from church. And so let's make it really attractive for her to be there and not have her feel like she's a burden when she comes in with the baby.